everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone 4 Kaiserredux as the CSA. Let's continue on from where we last left off. So we're making a handful of games against the CAR, which I do appreciate a great deal, because as long as we can kill one of these countries, we should be looking okay. We do have this one troop just hanging on Dallas. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, how close are... You are at 89%. I mean, we haven't really lost any territory. The CAR is at 86, which is not horrible for us. I mean, they have lost some territory in Missouri to Huey Long. Everybody joining the Belgrade Pact. That is completely acceptable. Nothing that we have to really worry about too much there. Do you connect to Norfolk? I don't remember, actually. Can I not get you guys last stand? No, because you're wounded. If you're wounded, then I probably want to replace you with somebody else who is not wounded, so we're going to try to last stand with you. I want you guys to try... Can you attack your way into Baltimore? You can't right now, unfortunately. I'm just trying to think. Because I want blue to be able to do some more damage. You guys move your way down to here. I do see some German units. Unsurprisingly, the Germans do not want us winning the war against the CAR, which is not a surprise. I mean, the Internationale is helping us out for the time being. Okay, so we will take over this province in a moment. You don't connect anywhere else, unfortunately. We are sending a handful more units north. So what if we send 2 units down south? Send you here, and then you also attack in this direction. Maybe we can get some more territory against Huey Long. I do see that we are running out of oil, though, which is not great. Who could provide us with oil? Venezuela could. Let's say 5 factories worth of oil. Is that enough for us to... Yes, we'll be able to get enough fuel for us here, which is nice. Probably can actually push against you, actually, and then get some more stuff done on that front. Okay, because you're about to win here, which is nice. You're going to be in multiple combats. Who is not? You guys are not attacking. Because if you're not attacking, I'm just going to put it out there that you probably should be attacking. Okay, at least you're defending this position all right. You are definitely taking some heavy casualties, which I'm not a fan of. I'm trying to think, like, what? You guys can probably move your way here. Maybe make some moves against you. I mean, we still have decent air superiority. All you guys combine into one army, or one air force, I should say. I don't want to lose any provinces. I know that seems like a silly thing to say. But we really don't want to lose any ground if we can avoid it. But like the federal government, I can't even push against any of these fronts. And of course, having my glitch at the very beginning of the episode, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Spanish Civil War. Don't care about that basically at all. We have these 7 divisions from Pennsylvania. I think I want to deploy them on this line here. Because Pennsylvania is right in this province. Not a command power. Are you still sick? You're sick for another 31 days, which is really not benefiting us. We did get a surround on you, actually. Which I am amazed by. Like, let me just see. Can you go down to Norfolk from here? No, you cannot. So these troops are actually stuck for the time being. But if you get a surround on 3 federal troops, I will consider that to be a success. We do want some of you guys moving your way into here as well. Thank you very much. Because, I mean, our forces against Huey Long are doing pretty okay. Any of you guys here we want on a direct front line. We'll assign you as well. That seems okay. No. Assign you to this front. Just on this front line here. But I'm going to have you guys attack this guy. You're going to deploy your way to this front. Actually, no. You stay here. Because these 3 should get wiped out soon. MacArthur should be the first one to actually take the fall. We'll go for 6th Division in Minneapolis. I don't think there's any reason not to always just take whoever's going to give you the most troops right away. Who would I have selected right now? You? Please make your way to the actual front line that I want you to go to, please, and thank you. So we'll bust our way through you soon. And then I want you to kind of keep pushing away down south. You push here. You push here. And that seems alright. Again, we want Canada to just stay out of the war for as long as humanly possible. Do not intervene, I beg of you. I'm still losing more fuel though, huh? So I need to import actually more oil from Venezuela. Let's just say 8 factories worth? Yes, okay, looks like 8 factories is enough for us to not have to worry as much about this. I'm trying to think. Actually, let's get a front line. You cannot draw an offensive line here. No, yeah. Front line here. You and you are on this line. Please and thank you. I mean, Washington is close to being under our control, which is nice. Of course, we want to counterattack our way through all of these forces. And just kind of keep on marching our way down as far south as humanly possible. I mean, we've definitely made gains. There's no doubt about that. And I don't know when the Black Belt Republic is actually going to spawn. If it really spawns at all. Because there's a chance that, like, you know, what I want to happen just does not happen. Okay, when you're done attacking us, we'll take over this little peninsula here. I'm trying to think, like, who else? I mean, we probably want to take this area here. Louisville is close to being under our command. What's your capital? Your capital right now is in Atlanta. You know what? You actually hold position. I mean, how many troops do you guys have? 45 to 100. Which seems like a lot, but again, we also have like 80, so... We're not looking too shabby ourselves. We might lose this one province. Maybe. What are you guys doing here? You're going to go reinforce that province? You know what? That's a completely acceptable thing for you to do. You will assist in this attack. I mean, we're holding out pretty okay. Reinforcements are going to arrive in another 2 days. I'll probably send those guys straight into Red Army. Because Red Army, I think, makes the most amount of sense for you guys to actually deploy with. Okay, you guys can attack here. We should be able to get those guys killed relatively easily. And again, send more reinforcements in. As many troops as we can possibly get to the front lines, I want them there. Yes, we got another handful. Send those guys to Red. Next, we'll deploy 6 in Wisconsin. That's how are you guys doing, by the way? You're actually still around here. I'm actually amazed that you still are actually in Dallas. I mean, you're going to die. I'm going to last stand you, though, just because why not? The Western Command Center, though, is absolutely going to collapse very, very soon. You're at 50. You're at 54. I mean, against you and Dover, it's not so bad. Combine you all in the one fleet. I guess you will convoy raid these areas. Do not convoy raid, actually. The AI has way more ships in the area. That would be suicidal, and I don't want my ships to get sunk immediately for absolutely no good reason. So fight a little bit more. I know we are taking still a lot of casualties from this. You hold position. These guys are reorganizing themselves a little bit here. What if you guys do something like this? You're at 90. Support from the Syndicalists, thank you very much. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. If you want to give me anything, I'll take it. I think we do want to probably push against the federal front. And let's do some of these other events so we can kind of do a little bit against them. So what do we get from... Not because we're pushing against your front. Should give some nice benefits here. Okay, thank you very much. So it looks like we're about to probably take over this peninsula without too much of a problem. And then, of course, we'll use these troops to deploy them back towards Washington. Because taking Washington would be really nice. Does it not normally say here, Federalist resistance? I thought it normally says there that, you know, you're, how you're doing in those fronts. Canada supports specific governments. That is not a surprise, honestly. If anything, I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier. So what I want to do is I want to try to surround Washington, D.C. Because we can get a nice surround against you. Could get some nice combat bonuses. It looks like they are starting to lose some ground in the south as well against the CAR. Which I think is completely acceptable for us. I'll have you stay here for now. I mean, we're winning most of our attacks. Establish the CIA. It is an unfortunate fact that there are spies and saboteurs within our territory working to prevent our glorious liberation of the proletariat masses. One of the many proposals submitted to the Central Committee, one stands out. Earl Browder's proposal to create a committee to enforce revolutionary order and stop counter-revolutionary sabotage. However, others in the Central Committee, including Chairman Harewood, wonder if this is a necessary step. If we laying out would be betraying our ideals. Yeah, you know what? Again, we do want more support for the totalists, because we want them to come out on top when the war actually ends. So do a small push down towards the south. I mean, I know we're fighting a lot of fronts right now. That goes basically without saying. I do want one of you to come over to here, because it's technically our territory. You know, it's our territory before it was their territory. We do got more units up towards the north. We're going to send them into Red Army. Follow that up with some troops. We'll have them deploy in West Virginia. Because we do have West Virginia. Do you not need to actually own all of it? Because before, I guess you just need to control it, whatever that means. I think in the base Kaiserreich, you actually need to own every single province. And I don't know if they changed that or what. Is anybody moving their way towards this area? Yes. So we're going to constantly keep attacking into you. So it looks like the federal government is starting to kind of lose some support. And they're starting to kind of come crashing down, which is nice for us. Like, how close until you're actually dead? You are at 72%. Which isn't the highest in the world, but it, you know, it could be, you push here, you push here, you push here. Why? No, I don't want you selected. You keep fighting these guys down in the south, please, and thank you. Yeah, so do something like this. Because, I mean, how many troops do the Pacific States have? They have... they're probably actually the weakest faction, which is not a surprise. They usually are the weakest faction when it comes to the American Civil War. But I'm glad to see that the federal government is starting to waver a little bit. The CAR and the federal government fighting against each other does benefit us, for sure. However... it's just more units that we would have to fight ourselves. And you know what? One thing I want to do is probably fight less people. So yeah, let's do artillery line. It's going to make our troops a little bit better for us. Yeah, so once you're here... I mean, how many troops do you guys have in the south? 55 to 110. We have 92. Apparently we created a CIA. We'll form an agency, though. The Dutch volunteers arrive! Oh, thank you very much! Dutch volunteers have arrived to help Syndicalist cause. Not very well trained. I mean, nobody is well trained, though, to be fair. So, you know, let's not worry about that. We'll send you over to purple. Are you guys Syndicalist? I mean, you're not, but again, I think we did have that event when we played as the Dutch. That some of our citizens were trying to go to the United States to help fight for the CSA. Well, again, we'll send them to the front lines. I don't know how well they'll actually be. I mean, they're green, yes, which is not great. But on the other hand, like, a lot of our troops are green. So, you know, they're not really worse than anybody else. You aren't just standing there. If you're standing there, I want you to be doing something. I think that goes without saying. And also, you guys are now in West Virginia. We'll deploy you on the Red Army as well. Because once I think we defeat one enemy. Also, Russia being declaring war on somebody does benefit us because it means that the volunteers they send are going to be going away. But who are you at war with? You're at war with them? Who the hell is this? I have no idea who the hell you are. So let's not worry about it. You guys fight your way down to here. I mean, once like this front resolves itself, we are going to be in a better position, I would say. We still want to take Louisville if at all possible. Keep sending our troops down towards the south. Some more of our troops from Red Army are going to make their way around as well. Female soldiers. As the revolutionary struggle continues, a number of women have joined the armed struggle in accordance with the socialist ideals of gender equality. While not all are accepted by their male comrades, it has not deterred many from fighting and dying for the revolution. Manuals have been distributed to recruiters on how often to effectively organize women detachments, of which militias can teach the military a thing or two. Of course, this has caused extreme mixed reactions within the Socialist Congress. Anarchists are largely supportive of the more traditional forces such as the AFL. Largely supported, but the traditional forces such as the AFL and some of the SPA, such as Earl Browder, are squeamish, arguing that worker revolution should protect its female population from danger, while the Guild Socialists see it as a waffle between the two. The American Worker Party, of course, is strongly opposed to the presence of female soldiers, believing revolutionary women are more helpful to the revolution on the home front. Surprisingly, even the Fosterites are nearly split on the issue, despite being radical social progressives, but criticizing it from a revolutionary perspective, arguing that the lower birth rates resulting from female soldiers' deaths would give reactionary capitalist nations a populist advantage, and therefore contradicts Fosterite collective syndicalist thought. While others view it as necessary for full revolution. Either way, we're going to get 10,000 manpower, which is not a ton, but I will take it regardless. Yeah, so you're still in an okay spot. Gonna go here just so we can actually get us around on these northern troops. I mean, we're winning every one of our fronts. I don't think there's any denying that. But yeah, you need to actually be flying over this area now, so that we can get our surround on, because how close are you guys to Klitsch landing? You're at 72%, but I'm pretty sure like all of your actual victory points are just in Washington, D.C. So that would tell a little bit of a different story. How are you guys doing? I mean, you're winning a decent amount of your battles. We'll take Sao Paulo soon. I know these are not really your major cities, which are more in Texas and stuff. Yeah, because you're now all at war with each other. Who's won their election? Do we know? Because I know they can go, like, radical socialist. And I'm not really too sure how that plays into, like, us. Yeah, and these are for the re-election. Okay. So you have a lot of Red Army troops here. I mean, the Red Army is very concentrated and should try to make some strong pushes southwards. Yeah, I mean, you don't have a battle plan right now, which is my own mistake. You should be trying to, I guess, push your way down towards Miami. Because luckily, we don't need to at least take New Orleans, which has always been a bit of a... I was going to say, like, a bit of a hurdle. More like a bit of an annoyance, to be quite honest. Like, I know we're losing a lot of troops here. Expedition 1 we don't really need. I need something to help my troops on the front line. So, you know what? We're going to go for the Thompson here. And I'm wondering, who have I lost the most amount of troops against? Most against the CR, which is not a surprise. I mean, they are the ones that we've been attacking the most. And once you're done here, just push your way down towards the south. Let's get 3 militia from southern New Jersey. I mean, Louisville is going to be a little bit more defended than a lot of the other places we're currently trying to attack, which is not great. How are you guys doing? I mean, you're kind of now leaving the steel belt, going to Appalachia. So let's throw all of our aircraft into this region and see if we can make something here work. Apparently, you guys do have tanks, though. I've noticed that I don't have tanks. Where are my tanks? Very, very unfortunate. Because again, we just want to push away here so we can get a nicer surround on Washington D.C. And that's really what we're trying to fight for here. Because we have 2 actual infantry. Like, okay, let's try 1 attack into the city. I'm going to actually. You're sick or wounded, huh? You're not leading any armies. Do you have any upgrades we can do? You do. Infantry leader? It doesn't matter because of the nice glitch we have, I can't actually choose any of those options. The Red Terror. War is hell. Civil War even more so. The psychological strain caused by having to repeatedly kill even if the enemy are capitalists has caused some of our soldiers and commanders to become sadistic beyond what some consider to be acceptable. Although not commonplace, reports of systematic mass execution and torture are being reported from both the front lines and the core territories. Suppressed population suspected of aiding the capitalist factions. Haywood has made an executive decision to suppress these reports from the free media. If the revolution were to fall because of a few bad apples at Haywood, that humanity would collectively suffer for centuries longer. So Russia's won their war, which is not a surprise, I would say. Kind of, I think all expected that to be the case. Are you guys doing anything? You're not doing anything. So again, I wanted to kind of keep pushing away to Louisville. I know that there's been a lot of attacks to make this work. But by God, it will work eventually. Let's see if we can take Minneapolis. We've won our fight here. You move your way to this province. You... Yeah, 1 guy goes here. You're going to go towards Bismarck. Just again, capturing more and more territory is always going to be in our best interest. Like Washington, I just want you to die, and it's not a complicated task because we still have you on force attack. The thing is that your defenses are quite good, and syndicalism has prevails in Ukraine, which is good for us. Send these troops to the front lines. Yeah, I've noticed that most of our attacks right now here aren't really working, unfortunately. Which I would consider that to be, like, not good. Which I know is a controversial stance there. Surrounding cities, you know what, go towards Pierre. I think that seems like an okay place for you to go. But for right now, I think it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching. My name is Quam. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Not enjoyed, click some down. Want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.